currently. The only reason that I got up so early is because I have my poster presentation competition today at Parul University, which is like very far away from here. So there is some confusion in timing. The ma'am told to reach at 9 a.m., report at 9 a.m., and sir has given a list in that. The timing is 10:30. So I don't know at what time I should go. So I'll be going early. That is 8:15. 8:15, 8:30, around that time I'll be reaching Parul. So yeah, that is it. Wish me luck, and yeah, I'm just very sleepy and I really hope that I get hot water to bathe right now. If the water comes cold, I would not be happy at all. This is my poster and how I'll carry it from here to the bus station. I don't know. Hi guys, I'm out of the hostel and it is so dark. Just look at this. This entire campus is so huge. By the way, I've reached here in Parul and I'm just trying to find my way because it is such a huge campus. I have been told to go to the medical college, so now I'm finding medical college. Guys, an African helped me and he was so good. He also had to come this way, so he was like, okay, yeah, you come with me, and he was really very helpful.
Hours later.
These are our posters. So they are being put up. Mine is there. That pink one is mine. Competition will be starting at 10:30 and it is 9:50 currently. Now me and Rumi, we are just preparing and hoping for the best. This is my poster. People, so my poster presentation is done and it went really good. I liked it. Ma'am asked some really good questions and she had some really nice queries and recommendations, but yeah, all in all it was amazing. Right now it is 12 o'clock and now we'll be dispersing. The certificate collection as well as the poster collection will be done tomorrow by one of my colleagues. That is it.
beautiful people. So this I'm vlogging literally after a week, and I secured third position at the poster competition. So today I'm again going to the Paris University to collect my trophy, certificate and poster. Also, there's one more thing that I wanted to share. Alright, so Aparna, in case you are watching this video, thank you so much for ordering from my small business, Lilac Loops, on Instagram. Today, I'm also going to be shipping her order to Chhattisgarh. So yeah, I just wanted to come here and thank you so much for ordering. I really hope that you like it. I'll insert what she has ordered here. It is very cute, very amazing, little tiny socks. And yeah, come with me to get my trophy. Hello beautiful people, and I'm really sorry I did not vlog yesterday because yesterday by the time that I came back to hostel it was 4:30 and I was extremely tired. So I left hostel at around 8 o'clock and I reached at Parul University at 11. It was extremely hectic and a lot of mishaps happened, but we have this here. Drum rolls. Okay. So when I posted this on my Instagram, I was asked by Aparna, and by the way, I've already shipped her order also yesterday. So she asked me for some tips on how to do poster presentation. Talking about poster presentation tips, first of all, the poster that I presented, it was of my own review article on HBOT that is also published. In the next video, will do the reveal. I haven't yet seen my online article which has been published. I have left it so that we can see it together on the video. Okay, so other than that, it was of emerging evidence and clinical applications of hyperbaric oxygen therapy. What all I had included was the introduction part followed by methodology. It was a review article, so how I gathered all the sources. It was of eight articles. So how I selected those 8 articles out of the 152 articles that I had read. So that screening one part was there, and then there was the result section which consisted of the tables. Now these tables, they summarized all the 8 review articles. Now the thing is that it is a poster presentation, right? So you just don't have to type and type. It has to be visual. 50% visual and 50% writing part. If you can do 70-30, 60-40, then also it would be good. The major part should be the visual part. Okay, so there were mainly this main table, that 8 review article was the main table that I had. Okay, so what I did is that first column was serial number, then the article, then I think the type of study, whether it was case series, retrospective prospective, or was it a clinical trial, was it a case report, case series, like that. Then came the number of participants, suppose n equals to 5, n equals to 45, etc. If it was a clinical trial, then the number of participants in the control group versus the treatment group. Then there was the age, median age, and also the sex, that is 4 males, 5 females, or 1 male only in case it was a case report. Like that. Then was the result section of those articles, right? So in the result column, what I did was that I extracted whatever result that article had and I put it graphically. Okay, for example, it was an HbO2, right? So most of them, they had SpO2 measurement between the control group and the treatment group. So for example, there were 2 bars. First bar was for the SpO2 median SpO2 range for the control group versus the median SpO2 range for the HbO2 or the treatment group after 5 days of the treatment, or at the first day of the treatment versus the last day of the treatment in case of case report or case series. So I depicted that way. Sometimes I also did line graph. Okay, for example, that also I did for SpO2 only. For example, again there were 2 groups, control and treatment. Okay, so for control, for example, below there was days written and here SpO2 range. So for control group, it went like this. It went like this for control group because days were increasing, but SpO2 wasn't increasing that much in the patient. Now for HbO2, what will come is that it will be like this because SpO2 of the patient were increasing as the days were passing on. So each and every article had a separate graphical representation of the result in the results column. Okay, so that is what I did. I also put a picture of the poster so that you can see it nicely. Okay, and then I put conclusion and references. That is it. I was asked a lot of questions also. What do I say? The judges were amazing. They were literally amazing women. So they asked me questions such as I depicted the methodology, right? So they were asking me what kind of depiction this methodology is called, like what you call it when you represent it like that. Then there were increase in interleukin levels and decrease in certain other inflammatory markers. So where did it decrease, whether they decreased in lungs, blood, or somewhere else, tissue, cells, or blood, like that they asked me. So yeah, that was it. It was pretty amazing. The thing is that I love public speaking, although I'm an introvert, but when it comes to public speaking or putting out my ideas, I love it. So I think that really helped me. And whenever there is this kind of competition, when there is an interaction with the judges, I love it. You don't have to see them as your enemy. There were people around me who were stuttering. You don't have to stutter. Don't stutter at all. May what happen, okay? Just consider them your friend who are giving you reviews of how you can make it better, or they are your superiors who are telling you कि नहीं ऐसे नहीं ऐसे करो या फिर ये आप भूल गए, like that, okay? So yeah, I just always consider judges at peers only, kind of, because they are never there. They never morally downgraded us, or yeah, they don't do that. They always uplift us. I feel that, because whenever they have a review or anything, they will always give you a positive feedback along with that, okay? For example, for this also, I wasn't able to answer most of their questions, okay, and they were giving me positive feedbacks only. So you have to feel like, oh, judges, these are my friends only who are wishing me well. They are my well wishers only, okay? You have to get that in mind. If you get that in mind, you won't be afraid to speak at all, or you won't even be afraid even if you fail to speak. For example, she must have asked me like 7 to 10 questions and I was only able to answer 6 to 7 out of them. Okay, it happened like that, but that's okay. That's okay. They are superior to you. They have more wisdom. They have more knowledge in this. One of the ma'am who had asked me where the eye levels are increasing, decreasing, tissue, blood, etc. She has actually done actual research on HBOT. So obviously she would have more points and much more knowledge than me on this topic. And she was just there to tell me about that and ask me about that. If I wasn't able to answer, that doesn't mean that they are going to cut my marks. If you don't know about your article, that's bad. I knew about my article, but I did not know more than article. You should know the shortcomings also of your poster. That is very important. You have to know that मुझे इधर से इधर तक आता है, इसके बाहर का मुझे नहीं पता है. You should know that very clearly what are the shortcomings of your poster. Also, one more thing that I noticed is that a lot of my juniors, they had put very small little QR codes for the references. So you can do that also, because what happened is that we have certain limitations when it comes to poster. The competition, whoever is conducting, they only give you the dimensions and how the poster should look like, and for example how you should write your name, what are the font size, what is the font type, etc. So because of those restrictions, I could only write down three references. But in case you want to add all of your references, then you can add a small little QR code. They can scan it and they will get all the references. So that was an amazing idea that I got. So yeah, I think that is it for the tips. How I prepared for the poster presentation is that I had already printed out my poster, I think 3 to 4 days back, okay? And when you're explaining, just don't start speaking. You have to interact. For example, this is my poster, then you have to interact with the poster, with yourself and with the judges as well, okay? Lot of times what happened is that they don't have time, right? There were 58 participants in that competition. So whenever I was explaining, she was like, okay, skip that, tell me this. Okay, skip that, tell me this. That time, if you don't know everything about your poster, you will stutter. So plan your speech accordingly, plan out everything accordingly. I had planned out whatever I'm going to tell in the starting, and the result section, I had mugged it up, because how can you mug up all the percentages and etc., the mean, median, range of the ages, number of male, female, etc. That's okay. You don't have to mug it all of it. If you can, it's well and good. If you can't, it's okay. So for example, I was telling her about my introduction and then she told, okay, now skip to the result. So methodology entirely gone. But don't stutter at that time, okay? Just start with the result. You know the result, you made it, okay? be completely thorough with your poster. Know it from the back end, know it from the front end, from side view, front view, top view, everything. Okay, so and then when I came to the result section, I started explaining each and every article. There were 8, right? So I explained first, second, third, and then she was like, okay, now tell me what do all of these articles say. So that would be directly my conclusion. So that is what was happening with me. She was just telling me, okay, skip this, okay, skip this, okay, skip that, okay, tell me this. So you if you will prepare it now as a speech, pura as a ratta, then it won't happen like that. Okay, you will stutter if they ask you something in between. Okay, just know it section wise. Okay, introduction is this. This is my introduction. What will come is that, for example, it was on HBOT, right? So I had done what is HBOT, what happens in COVID-19, so how can we use HBOT to target those things in COVID-19, or to tackle those problems of COVID-19. Okay, for conclusion, I had just summarized all of these tables. So yeah, that is it. Plan your poster very nicely, be thorough about it, see about the timelines, not just the deadlines also, because we had to submit the abstract way earlier. So look into the deadlines, look into the what dimensions, what font size, what font type they are asking you, and if you can't adjust your poster in that amount of space or with that type of font size, etc., then call them and tell them that this is happening with me. Is it okay if I adjust the font size or something like that? Because that happened with me. The poster size was 48 by 52 inches and the font size was, I think, just 16 points. So it was looking very tiny. For example, this is the poster and font size would be coming just this much. Just this much would be my name and hyperbaric oxygen therapy title and everything. So I told them that it's not coming in the ratio with the poster size, and they told me that yes, you can adjust. Okay, so yeah, that is there. It should be very much pictorial. Add as many pictures as you can. Remember about the 60 40 70 30 rule. Okay, interact with the judges as well as the poster. Show them when you are talking about, for example, there is a figure here, then show the figure, mark down each and everything. Okay, interact with the poster, yourself and the judges at the same time when you are giving your poster, when you are doing your poster presentation. It should be eye-catching. Don't use very and by the way, the judges would be old. In most of the cases, the judges would be old. So use colors that are bright, or the font size that is bright, which they can see, you know. Don't use very light blue background and then white color for the font size. If so, then light blue background and black colored font. Okay, do that, because literally 80% of the judges are old. In my case also, they were aged. So always make it big. I had used dark pink color, for example, at back, this color only, and the font I had made it bigger and in white color. Okay, so they can see. So make sure that you do that. Add as many graphs, as many graphical representations of all the results that you can do, and correlate your graph with the recent cases or whatever is going around right now in medical field. Okay, for example, right now HMPV virus is going on, so I added that this can also be used in HMPV. So you should be able to do that. Okay, because also you should be able to know whether this can correlate in any of the cases that are uprising right now or not. For example, whether this HBOT will work in HMPV or not. If yes, then how? All of that you should know. Okay, so yeah, research about the recent medical upcomings also. And yeah, that is it for all the tips that I would say. Practice. Even before my competition, you would have seen that I walked and I was practicing so many times. Okay, so practice your speech very nicely. If you stutter, no problem, just continue. You don't have to by heart the words, you just have to by heart whatever is the theory or whatever is the principle of your poster. And yeah, that is it. I have talked continuously for 14 minutes. Now, I really hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And Aparna, thank you so much again. Bye bye. See you guys in the next video, and in the next video we will be seeing my review article together. I am so excited. My review article has been up since I think 3 days now, and I haven't seen it yet. It has been published online in SAGE International Journal of Intensive Care Medicine, but I haven't seen it yet just because I wanted to make a reaction video. So yeah, we'll see it together. Bye bye.